We are starting to add plants to the front of our kitchen garden area, and majority of the plants that I am using are in like the purple colorway. I really love purple. It's my favorite color, and I think it would be very pretty to see them as you walk into the kitchen garden. So the plants that are going into the space are the sweet potato vines. They are this lovely chartreuse green color that just pops. And we have Victoria Blue Salvia, which has these purple blooms on them that the bees love. Next, I have the Ruby Moon Hyacinth Bean Vine, another plant that blooms purple. And we actually grew these last year, and I loved it so much that I saved seeds from them. And we have some proven winners, Super Tunia Bordeaux. I love the veining center. I think it's going to look lovely in this space, along with the Super Tunia Royal Velvet. And here is how the kitchen garden is looking before all the plants go in. And we do currently have some perennials growing in this space. I have some gladiolas that have multiplied and are coming back up. I have this pretty yarrow that I'm actually going to be using as a filler for my cut flower arrangements. I have some dahlias that I'm surprised came back up. Excited about that. I have some pretty salvia that is blooming purple. And it's funny, I planted six in this space and only three came up with two blooming at the moment. I don't know what happened, but it's going to be okay. And we have a lovely purple coneflower coming up as well. So I'm just going to start laying out all of my plants, and I am going to try to space them at least 2 feet apart. For those that don't know, supertunias get huge. I believe the Vista series gets like over 3 feet. I grew those last year. They got big, so you don't really need many in this spot. I believe these get 2 feet, or actually, I think they get over 2 feet. So I'm spacing them about 2 feet apart. I want to maximize my plant budget as much as possible. So I am spacing these a little further than what you would probably see people do. I know how big they get, so I am sure they are going to touch by mid-season. They grow pretty fast, especially if you fertilize them regularly. I love these two super tunias here, but I don't end up planting them here just because I'm pretty sure it will end up blocking the walkway, and I don't want us to be stepping over them every time we enter the kitchen garden. But I'm just continuing all the way around with the plants, and I think I end up putting them probably a little over 2 feet apart just because I was running out of plants and I did not want to go back to the store and get any more. So I think I ended up rearranging the design a few times just to get the look I was going for without having to buy more plants. And the salvia end up going in this corner of the fence. And we are back here a few days later. It has been really windy. So as we make the holes, we're just sticking the plates in so they don't blow all over the place. But I'm already loving how this purple pops. I feel like it looks really good against the white fence and all of the other green foliage from the other plants. And with the Supertunias, I ended up placing them in a type of pattern design. So I went with the Supertunia Bordeaux and then the Royal Velvet, and then I just repeated it all the way down. I'm curious to see how that will look because I usually plant just one color or just one row of plants. We will see. I feel like they match pretty well together. And in this space, I am trying to do like a mix of purple, and I am repeating that purple theme throughout the backyard. I believe last year I did pink. And for me, it's just easier to do a color theme. easier for my brain, I guess I can say, because for some reason, planting and designing my garden overwhelms me. I freeze up and I get so nervous and I just don't know what to do. But when I pick just one color to go with and just stay within that different colorway of that particular color, it's easier for me. I know gardening is therapeutic and it's peaceful. It's a calming activity, but for some reason when the season is just starting, I get stressed. I guess because I have this vision and I want to make sure that I'm executing that vision properly. With that said, I feel like my next set of gardening videos is probably just going to be me doing these random tasks because I'm just trying to get things done. When I go out, I don't know what I'm going to do most of the time. So guys, if you see random garden task videos the for the next month or so, just bear with me. I'm trying to just to get everything done before it gets too hot in the summer months. But don't get me wrong, I am definitely prioritizing rest this season. I was really bad about that last year. I felt like all I was doing was work, 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 and I was not taking time out to actually enjoy the garden and enjoy everything that we have planted and that we're creating. So this year, I am doing more of that. And we are slowly making our way down this section of the fence. And I've already planted up some of the containers. The rest of them I'm going to be doing in a separate video because I feel like this video probably would have been too long to show that part. And this is where I'm putting the hyacinth bean vine plant. And I only planted one along this fence because it reaches about 15 to 20 feet. In one season, it climbed our entire deck last year. So I feel like this one plant is going to cover the entire fence. And here's a reminder of how it looked before all of the new plants. And here is how it is looking after we planted everything up. And we also added in some stones around the border. I feel like it took this space up another notch. I think it looks lovely. I can't wait to see all of the blooms just spilling over the stones. I'm always saying that I love when things spill over the edges. And look at that royal velvet close up. It's funny because you can actually see the velvety texture. So gorgeous. And we also added in some rocks here and there that we had laying around. And we're also going to be adding in this butterfly bush in a different video. This is the Miss Molly butterfly bush, and I'd be interested to see just how many pollinators come to it. Very curious about that. But this is all for this video, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching and be sure to subscribe so you see how this space progresses over the season. Thank you so much.